tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
I can be a new friend, or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. For spots in the NFC Championship game, this one is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
It's your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to shut it down. Whatever, get your money up. Believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of this.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Again, this is Mitchell. And they're all the way across midfield before he was brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Whiskey! Punch stars!
First down throw by Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. He's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that'll be first down Chicago.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone on first. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Will try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover on the first series of this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that pokey any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
First down from the 42. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Levis to the air now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that takes them to 3rd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
They get 6 and a first down as well. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they'll fail to score. It will actually head to that other sidelines.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock, pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Levis throwing again. That'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
3rd and long. Here's Levis. Pull-ups right downfield to Olave. Stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut. Hold on, 0-0. Hey, let's go. Reload. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Levis. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
What are you reading? Hand him.
Throwing is Levis. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here.
Like 54.
Play action, Levis. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Moody knocks it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. And you just get the play off. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Colston Loveland. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Back deep, a dangerous return, man. Keyshawn Nixon. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. Looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the 1st.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
2nd and 3 now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. on. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Levis. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He has this down to the 34. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that play right there, that one is wide linemen. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
Going to the ground again on first. And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Like 13, like 13.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Flushed out of the pocket. He's rocked. That ball's free. And the Bears say they have it. Looks like they do.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. He finds a doomsday downfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the turnover into a lead. It's a doomsday touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
That one right down the middle. The Bears take a 4-point lead. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears. Now lead by 10. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. The unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Isaac Gorindo to return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Hey, come on, come on.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Completed to his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Levis now on first down. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Man in motion, headed right. They give here to the motion man. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Levis setting to throw. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
On him again, and he goes down again. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Staring down, that down in distance, it was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. That's grabbed at the 10. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 16-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
We got Hornets!
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Here's Mitchell again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Five men in the secondary for the Saints. Third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's fourth down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target. And really, the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
And that reaches the 35, but no further as it caroms out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Now Levis. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. And the Bears will take over still on their side of the field. They're at the 48. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Williams from the gun. Let's see Odunze again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Odunze touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 18.
Saints 3.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Rindo to return it. Making some progress here. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
At their own 34-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
And I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. The window to return it. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Saints take over first and 10. At their own 27.
Defense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got your short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here's Levis, 3rd and 1. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs now from the 39. A give now from the gun. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that 1st down marker.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
24.
Handoff now out of the gun. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Levis. On the move, headed right. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on 2nd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. And the kick. The ball is out. Levis fumbled it. Bears pick it up. Headed the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does. Because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they could rip that ball away from you too.
New set of downs for them from the 31.
Ready, set. Combo. Here we go. Get it. Punch first.
First down throw by Williams. Buys time, rolling right. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears push their lead further to start the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that, I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. The window to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to attain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Like 13.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Passing is hauled in by the running back. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. Levis to the air now. Forced out to his right. The right side cut by Olave. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Running for the marker on 2nd. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Hits him on the out route. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, and they go right back to him. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal.
Like 24.
From the gun, Levis. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. They try to monitor where these running backs are. Chipping, are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Third and goal, and the offense hoping something can finally go right here. Here's Levis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive that will get your job done.
And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
What is it on? You got corner. Stay.
First down, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Bears football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Racing down the left side. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Whiskey!
In the red zone on 1st. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ronaldo.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Bears keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. The window to return it. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Levis back to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears take over. Not an interception by the reigning defensive player of the year.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
What is up?
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later. That next 3rd down coming.
Guilty. Yes. Cover.
First down, Williams to throw. On the quick slant, it's Loveland. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears keep running away with this.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
And he goes down. The Bears got it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
3rd and long for him here. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs. So 1st down from the 41. This is Mitchell. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Williams with a quick pass out wide. Moving on into the red zone. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Bears are running them out of the building. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Levis. In trouble now, and the ball is out. Bears say they got this one, and they did.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Here's a design run. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears rolling here in a laugher. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We're drawn up for him. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for him. have to explain this one to me. They are punting from inside the red zone. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line.
Isaac Guerrero on the return. The Saints take over first and 10. At their own
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Levis setting to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing again here on seconds. Levis. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronx. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they wait for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper.
What is going on?
So the Bears come away with the win. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance.